God says, "My child, there are forces around you that you cannot see, and battles being fought over your life that you do not yet understand. People speak in whispers, in hidden words, and in secret meetings. Some speak with admiration, others with envy. The truth is, your presence, your spirit, and your energy have stirred something powerful, something unseen, and it has caused two sides to clash, one that wishes you well, and one that wishes to harm, to diminish, or to control. This is the moment when heaven begins to open your eyes. Your name, my child, has been spoken in places you do not know, by people whose intentions were unclear to you. Someone said you are something remarkable, something threatening, something enviable. Their words were meant to create fear, doubt, and chaos, but they cannot succeed because the angels are watching. Archangel Michael stands at your side, a shield against words meant to cut your spirit. He ensures that no spoken lie, no whispered envy, can touch your destiny. There have been moments when you felt unseen, overlooked, or even dismissed. Those moments were not by accident. God has allowed them so that when the conflict rises, your awareness is ready. You are at the center of a battle between forces, forces of love, forces of jealousy, and forces of truth. The one who envies your light speaks out of fear, trying to cast shadows over what God has blessed. The one who loves and respects you fights quietly, praying for your protection and standing in faith. Notice the subtle signs in your life. The arguments you overhear indirectly, the sudden tension in people's eyes, the feelings of unease around your name, these are not coincidences. They are evidence that your spirit is powerful and that heaven has chosen to protect you. Archangel Michael moves invisibly, intercepting harmful intentions, dismantling curses, and transforming the energy aimed against you into lessons, protection, and growth. Even now, someone's words are echoing in ways that create conflict. They are not fully aware of the power they speak against. They cannot see that God's angels are guarding your life, your reputation, and your path. Every word, every claim, every attempt to harm is recorded in the spiritual realm. Heaven responds to injustice with precision, and nothing escapes divine justice. Your presence alone is enough to ignite this unseen struggle. God created you with gifts that inspire awe and sometimes envy. Some people have spoken against you because they fear what you represent, because they sense your potential, or because they wish they were in your place. Their words, their anger, their attempts to belittle or control are meaningless in the face of God's plan. Archangel Michael is teaching you, my child, to watch, to listen, and to remain calm. The words spoken against you do not define you. They are temporary sparks in a world that cannot extinguish your light. Heaven has set boundaries, invisible yet unbreakable, protecting your life, your name, and your destiny. The conflict is real, but so is the protection around you. The one who envies you may believe that speaking against you gives them power. But God's truth always prevails. Every whispered insult, every secret plan, every attempt to manipulate or harm is being recorded in the heavens. And when the moment is right, every false word will be exposed, every hidden intention revealed. You will see clearly who stands for you and who works against you, and it will happen in God's perfect timing. Even now, you may feel tension in your heart, a heaviness in the air, or the pressure of invisible eyes watching. These are not signs that you are weak, they are proof that the battle is real and that heaven is at work. Archangel Michael stands between you and those who would try to harm you. He carries the sword of truth and shields you with light that cannot be broken. Your destiny, your spirit, and your life are too valuable to be damaged by words, envy, or conflict. God is exposing everything so that you will understand the forces around you. You are not powerless. You are not alone. The words spoken about you, the arguments fought over your name, are all part of a divine plan to reveal the truth, to strengthen your faith, and to show you the depth of protection that surrounds you. The full revelation has only begun. Soon, you will witness the truth of what has been spoken about you, and you will see clearly who is standing in the light and who has been hiding in darkness. Your life is a battlefield, yes, but it is a battlefield that God fights on your behalf. You are not just a spectator, you are a chosen child, protected and guided by forces you cannot yet fully see. The words, the envy, the hidden conflicts, all of it will come to light. God and Archangel Michael are preparing to reveal every hidden intention, every secret argument, and every spoken lie. When that moment arrives, your heart must remain steady. The truth is not meant to destroy, it is meant to protect, guide, and restore. The one who fights over you will see that heaven's protection cannot be overcome. Prepare yourself, my child. Watch for signs, listen with your spirit, and trust that every hidden conflict is under divine control. The exposure of what has been spoken, the unveiling of who loves and who envies, is already in motion. Heaven moves quietly, yet powerfully, to bring clarity, protection, and justice to your life. The moment when you fully understand what was said about you is coming. It will be shocking, perhaps even painful, but it is necessary. Through this, God teaches you discernment, patience, and faith. You are at the center of a battle you did not start, yet heaven is ensuring victory for you. Archangel Michael is ready, your spirit is strengthened, and the light of God surrounds you completely. Soon, the hidden words will be fully revealed, and the truth will stand undeniable. What someone said about you will no longer have power over your life, because God's truth is far greater than any spoken lie. Stay attentive, my child, for the next part of this revelation will show the words in full, the intentions behind them, and the divine protection that ensures you cannot be defeated. There is a moment when silence begins to speak louder than any word. That is where you are now. The people around you sense something about you that they cannot understand. You carry a presence, a peace, a glow that makes them uncomfortable. It is not because you have done anything wrong, it is because your light exposes what they are trying to hide. In quiet rooms, your name has been mentioned. A woman with a jealous heart spoke first. She said things she shouldn't have. She twisted stories, mixed truth with lies, and made it sound believable. Her words were meant to stir doubt in others, to make them question your intentions and your worth. The truth is, she feels small beside your strength, and that is why she tries to bring you down. Then another person defended you. This person stood up and said, "No, that's not who they are." That's when the conflict began. Voices rose, tempers flared, and unseen energies clashed. One side wanted to destroy your image, the other wanted to protect your name. This battle didn't just happen in the physical world, it spilled into the spiritual one too. Heaven noticed, and Archangel Michael stepped in. The air around you has been heavy lately because of this. You might have felt drained, emotional, or restless without knowing why. That's not by accident. Every lie, every judgment, every argument connected to your name sends energy toward you. But the angels have been intercepting it. Archangel Michael surrounds you with blue light, the light of truth, strength, and divine protection. He stands between you and every word meant to harm. God is allowing this exposure to happen because it's time for you to see who is who. Those you trusted most are showing their true faces. Watch closely. The one who smiles in front of you might be the same one who spreads poison behind your back. Do not fear it, it is revelation, not punishment. God reveals only when He plans to heal and set you free. There is a pattern forming now. The person who spoke against you keeps trying to justify their lies, but their voice trembles. Guilt follows them everywhere. They cannot sleep peacefully because their spirit knows that heaven has witnessed everything. Archangel Michael is not only protecting you, he is also convicting those who wronged you. Every hidden conversation, every false statement, every dark plan is being written down in the book of truth. The battle is no longer about what was said, it's about who you will become after knowing the truth. God is shaping your heart through this. You are learning to trust spiritual sight more than human words. What was meant to break you will make you wise. What was meant to shame you will prepare you for elevation. You might notice people avoiding you now, acting differently, or showing sudden kindness that feels false. Do not let this confuse you. The exposure is working. Those who were against you are losing their confidence. They can feel that something divine is protecting you, something stronger than their gossip. When you walk into a room, their eyes lower because your spirit carries authority now, not human authority, but the one that comes from God's favor. Heaven is rearranging relationships around you. Some people are being removed, others are being revealed, and a few will be restored once they confess and change their ways. Everything that is happening right now is for your protection and growth. You are being prepared for a new level where only truth can survive. There's one person who feels deep regret right now. This person once spoke badly about you but now sees how wrong they were. They will try to come back, not with words but with actions. Forgive them when they do, but keep your distance until God gives you peace about it. Forgiveness does not mean reopening the door, it means freeing your heart. Archangel Michael continues to fight for you in the unseen realm. At night, when you feel uneasy, he stands guard. When thoughts of doubt or pain cross your mind, he cuts them away with the sword of truth. You are surrounded by light, even when it feels dark. The one who defended you, the person who spoke truth in that heated argument, is being blessed. God will reward anyone who stands for His chosen ones. That person may come to you soon, quietly, with words of support or comfort. They were brave enough to speak when others stayed silent, and heaven has honored them for it. Every lie spoken about you is losing its power. The more truth is revealed, the more your peace will grow. What once hurt you will soon make you stronger. You will no longer fear people's opinions because you'll know exactly who you are, a chosen, protected, and divinely guided soul. God is still not done. There is another layer of truth that must come to light, something you were never meant to know but now need to. It will explain everything, why certain people acted strange, why doors closed suddenly, and why your spirit felt uneasy around someone you trusted deeply. That revelation is coming soon. God will not let you live in confusion. Every question that burdens your heart will be answered. But you must stay calm, stay in prayer, and let the truth unfold naturally. The exposure has begun, but the complete revelation will be even greater. Archangel Michael is preparing your spirit to face it with strength, not fear. Heaven is aligning everything in your favor. By the time this battle ends, your peace will be restored, your faith will be unshakable, and your name will shine brighter than before. The one who said, "You are a," will regret ever speaking those words. Because God is about to show everyone who you truly are, His chosen, His protected, and His beloved. There comes a moment when the truth refuses to stay buried. That moment is here now. The things that were said behind your back, the lies that were whispered, the jealousy that fueled them, all of it is surfacing. God has allowed this exposure not to humiliate anyone, but to protect your soul and bring clarity to your path. The battle that began with words has now turned spiritual. You may have felt heavy in your heart lately, a strange pressure in your chest or sleepless nights without clear reason. That's because your spirit has been sensing the movement of truth. The energy around you is changing. God is lifting the curtain, and what was hidden in darkness is being dragged into His light. The one who first spoke against you, the one who said you were a liar, a manipulator, or undeserving, is beginning to tremble. Their conscience is no longer quiet. Every false word they spoke echoes back to them now. They cannot rest. What they said was never about truth, it was about control. They couldn't stand seeing you rise, seeing you walk in peace, or seeing others admire your strength. So they tried to destroy it with their tongue. But God has stepped in. He will never allow lies to win against His chosen. The angels are working even now, exposing what was spoken in hidden corners. The same people who once believed those lies are starting to doubt them. They're noticing the change in energy, the way things don't add up, the unease in the liar's eyes. Archangel Michael has been at work since the first word was spoken. He stood before the throne of God, declaring your innocence. His sword of light cut through the confusion that surrounded you. That's why, even in your worst moments, you still found strength to keep going. You may not have seen the spiritual war, but heaven has been fighting fiercely on your behalf. Now the exposure is taking form. One person has begun talking, not to harm you, but to confess. They were part of the conversation where your name was misused. They heard the false story, and something inside them couldn't rest. They've started to speak out, to reveal the truth of what really happened. This person was close to the one who lied, but their guilt became too heavy. Through this confession, the truth is spreading. It's not loud or dramatic, it's quiet, steady, and undeniable. People are beginning to see the real picture. The image of you that others tried to destroy is being restored, piece by piece, by God's hand. Those who once doubted you are now feeling convicted in their hearts. They see the calm in your spirit, the grace in your silence, and they know only God could give such strength. The one who lied is restless. They can't understand why everything they tried to do against you is falling apart. Their plans no longer work, their influence is fading, and people are walking away from them. That's what happens when someone tries to fight against divine favor. Heaven protects its chosen in ways no human can understand. There's another truth, deeper than words, the truth about why this battle began. It was never really about gossip. It was about jealousy of your spiritual calling. You have a presence that commands attention. The peace you carry makes others confront their own chaos. The way you recover from pain confuses them. They wanted your light, but they didn't want to surrender to God to receive it. So instead, they tried to destroy yours. But they failed. Every trap they set has been reversed. The words they spoke against you are turning into blessings for your life. Every lie has become a ladder pushing you higher. God is turning what was meant for evil into a divine testimony. You will soon see how this exposure becomes your elevation. Archangel Michael stands behind you, reminding you to remain silent while God works. You don't have to defend yourself, truth is doing it for you. You don't have to seek revenge, justice is already being served. The heavens are watching, and the scales are being balanced. Every tear you cried in silence has been recorded. Every pain you carried quietly has been noticed. Nothing has been ignored. Soon, you will hear from someone unexpected, perhaps a person who once stayed silent when you needed support. They will come forward, ashamed, ready to admit they believed the lies. They will tell you what was said, word by word. Their voice may shake, but their honesty will bring healing. God will use their confession to confirm everything your spirit already knew. Do not be shocked when you hear it. Do not allow anger to take over. The exposure is not punishment, it is release. God is not showing you the truth to hurt you, but to prepare you for something greater. He is clearing away deceitful people before He blesses you with new beginnings. You must know who to trust when the next chapter begins. The person who spoke those lies will try to make peace in their own way, but their pride will stop them from admitting everything. Don't wait for their apology, instead, let your peace be your response. The calmness in your heart will speak louder than their regret. This season of exposure is also a season of transformation. The same pain that once made you cry is shaping you into someone wiser, stronger, and spiritually awake. God is proving to you that He truly fights your battles. Every hidden word, every backhanded comment, every act of envy is being exposed and reversed. Archangel Michael whispers now to your heart, do not fear what's being revealed. The truth will never destroy you, it will only set you free. What's coming next will surprise even you. Someone very close, closer than you think, will be revealed as part of the reason this pain began. But their exposure will also bring final closure. Heaven will show you everything, not to reopen wounds, but to seal them forever. Stay calm, stay prayerful, and let God finish what He started. When the full truth unfolds, you will finally understand why you had to go through all this, because your destiny required separation, and your spirit required truth. The truth is unfolding now like a sunrise after a long night. What once felt confusing and painful is beginning to make sense. God has been exposing every hidden thing, and now, the full picture stands before you. The words, the lies, the betrayal, and the reason behind it all are no longer secrets. Everything is coming into light so that your heart can finally rest. The one who started the conflict, the person who said you were a deceiver, who tried to twist people's minds against you, has now been fully revealed. Their plans failed. The same people who once believed their stories are now turning away from them. Every false word they spoke is returning to them multiplied. Their tongue built walls of deceit, but now those walls are collapsing on their own. God never allows lies to remain standing forever. You may not have seen the battle that heaven fought for you, but it was real. The moment your name was misused, Archangel Michael stood up in defense. The angels surrounded your spirit, shielding your peace while the truth worked its way to the surface. That is why you didn't lose your mind when the pressure was heavy. That is why your soul still stands strong. The storm came, but it could not destroy you. Now God is bringing justice in quiet but powerful ways. The people who spoke wrongly about you are facing the results of their actions. It is not your job to watch or celebrate their downfall. Your role is to forgive, release, and walk in peace. Let heaven handle what heaven has already begun. You are being called to rise above what was meant to keep you low. The person who defended you, the one whose voice carried truth when everyone else stayed silent, is being lifted by God too. Their obedience, their courage, and their kindness will not go unrewarded. You may not realize it, but your story has become a testimony for others. People around you are learning through you how God defends His chosen ones without the need for human effort. You are about to enter a season of restoration. The pain that once clouded your days will turn into peace. The shame others tried to place on you will turn into favor. The relationships that ended because of lies will be replaced by new ones, built on honesty and respect. Every loss you suffered will be compensated with something greater, not because of revenge, but because of divine justice. The truth about your daughter, the one hidden in the shadows of this story, is also coming out. Her actions, her choices, and the influence that surrounded her will now be exposed under heaven's light. You will see clearly where her heart truly stands. Do not be afraid of what you learn. Remember, exposure is not to destroy, it is to heal. God is revealing everything because He wants peace to return to your family. This revelation might hurt at first, but it will save your future. Sometimes, the truth feels like breaking before it feels like freedom. But what God is doing now will bring lasting peace. The secrets that caused distance, the lies that poisoned hearts, and the hidden intentions will no longer control your life. Archangel Michael has cut every spiritual tie that allowed confusion to enter. The enemy's plan was to divide, to make you doubt yourself, and to steal your peace. But heaven overturned that plan. You are being renewed, your faith, your heart, and your understanding of people are being made stronger than ever. The pain you went through has turned you into someone who can no longer be fooled by false love or false loyalty. That is growth born from grace. In this season, God is also rewarding your silence. When they lied, you stayed calm. When they provoked you, you didn't answer with anger. When you were misunderstood, you turned your pain into prayer. Heaven watched every tear you cried and every time you chose peace over revenge. Now that patience is bearing fruit. God is preparing a table for you, and those who tried to shame you will see it. They will realize they were never fighting against you, they were fighting against God's plan for your life. No one can win that kind of battle. Soon, peace will cover your home like soft rain after a storm. The tension will lift. The atmosphere will change. People will speak your name again, not with lies, but with respect. They will remember how you stood strong through what was meant to break you. You will become the example of how faith defeats falsehood. Archangel Michael continues to walk before you, clearing your path of any remaining darkness. His light shines on your future now. You don't need to look back or replay what happened. The exposure is complete. The truth has done its work. It has separated the real from the fake, the loyal from the deceitful, and the right from the wrong. You are free now, free from manipulation, from guilt, from other people's opinions. Your story no longer belongs to those who lied, it belongs to God. The same people who fought over your name will soon speak blessings over it because heaven has rewritten your reputation. This is your turning point. From this day forward, peace will replace chaos. Joy will replace pain. Wisdom will replace confusion. Every moment of betrayal is becoming a bridge to your breakthrough. Remember, the battle was never yours to fight, it was God's. You only had to stand in faith while heaven worked. And now that work is complete. The exposure is finished, the truth is known, and your spirit is safe in the hands of the Almighty. God has declared that this chapter is over. You are moving into a new one, one filled with healing, abundance, and divine protection. Archangel Michael will continue to guard your steps, ensuring that no voice raised against you will ever prosper again. The storm is over now. The truth stands tall, and you are standing with it, purified, protected, and free.